Okay, now we're ready to sew on a shank button. A shank button is a button that doesn't have the holes in the top. It has a little piece underneath. And the first thing we want to do is take a look at how wide the shank is, because our stitching should be just about as wide as the shank. Our stitching should not be from here to here. It should be just about that wide. So we'll start off with our beginning tack. And remember, we take our needle and we go up through our demo cloth, and then I like to count over about 3 white threads of the demo cloth, and we'll pull the needle through. And on the back, just below our knot, I like to put my needle right through the 2 threads. Makes for a nice secure tack. And then I pull it tight. And we'll take our needle, we'll go right back up. And then it's time to put the button on. Now that we have our beginning tack done, we just take the needle and we put it right through the shank of the button. And I'm keeping in mind how wide the shank is, and I'm just going to go over on my demo cloth about as far over as the shank is wide. And then I can pull this tight. And instead of making new holes, I like to try and go in and out of the hole that I just made. And then we'll go through the shank. We're making just like a continuous loop or circle. And then I will go back in the same hole that I went in before. And then I will go across the back of my work. Before I do that, if the threads in the back of your work get in your way, you can just carefully snip them a little bit shorter. We might as well get them out of the way now. So I will go right back in the same hole. If you don't get the same exact hole, that's okay. Just close to it. In through the shank part of the button. This is a bigger button, and just as it was recommended with the 2 and the 4 hole buttons, you should go around about 6 rotations. But if it's a larger button, again, a heavier button, maybe you'd like to do 8. And the reverse is true when you work with a tiny button. Maybe you'll want to only go 3 or 4 times. I would not normally use black thread. If I was sewing an off-white button onto white fabric, I would use white, but it's easier to see for the demonstration. Now I'm ready to do my end tack, and we'll go right under these threads. If I don't get under all of them, that's okay. And I'll pull my needle, leaving a nice loop. I like to go through the loop and then pull it tight. I like doing 3 end tacks. There's 2. And the 3rd. And I left the recommended 2.5 to 3 inches of thread, so we don't have any problem getting the end tack done. I stow my needle right away so I don't lose it. And then I am separating the 2 pieces of thread with my fingernail. I open them up, and then we do a nice overhand tie. 1, 2. We do 2 of those. And then I trim my threads close to my work, and our button is on. These buttons you'll find will be a little wobblier just because they're up higher. Some of them are heavier. And the reasons why people use shank buttons are so that the thickness, extra thickness of fabric can fit through here, such as in a winter coat, and also for decoration purposes. They're a little fancier than a 2 or a 4 hole button.